We are live. Welcome to the WWE Rundown, where we'll be discussing Roman Reigns' victory over the Toronto Raptors last night. After that, we will continue to look ahead to today's WWE card and go ahead and find those winners. Tyler, you know I'm absolutely disgusted today, right?
And why is that? Because the Lakers won?
23-2 on free throws in a quarter.
I mean, what do you expect? It's good old LeBron James.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. All right. Anything else about last night? Left two winners on the board. Hey, that was pretty good of us to break down those games, find the winners, and then not bet them, huh, Tyler?
Yeah, but I mean, when you're in a rough streak, you're not going to force it.
Oh, we should have. We should have pulled a Kobe in Colorado. San Antonio Spurs are minus 3.5. They're in Detroit taking on the Pistons. The total is 238. Tyler, right now I have this game projected at 116 to 115. So it's telling me to take the Pistons. I don't want to take the Pistons.
No, I
looking at the trends here.
The trends can tell me the Pistons have won this game 1,000 times. There's no chance I'm betting the Pistons.
Yeah, so the total's gone over in 4 of San Antonio's last 5 visits to Detroit. That's a 5-year trend. These teams are completely different. San Antonio 13-4 in their last 17 games against Detroit, and total's gone over in 7 of Detroit's last 9 games. Tyler, I don't have a lot of interest in this game. How did I get this so small?
It'd be Spurs or pass for me. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, let's not bet this game. Do we have anything on this game? We got a big card.
No, that was it. Spurs or pass.
All right. The Washington Wizards are +8. They're in Indiana. They're taking on the Pacers. Tyler, I'm surprised. You know, I love to hear the other podcasts in the morning before we jump in. I'm surprised some of the people liked Indiana today. I was not of that mind at all. In my mind, this game is Wizards or pass, and I'm fine passing on it. The total's gone over in 10 of their last 14 games. When Washington and Indiana have faced off, that makes sense. 2 of the higher pace, no defense teams in the league. Indiana 7-1 against the spread in their last 8, and the total's gone under in 4 of Washington's last 6 road games. Quietly, Washington is pretty good against the spread. I'll refresh that, make sure we got the current numbers. But Washington's been pretty good against the spread on the road. They're 11-8-1 against the spread on the road, only 6-10 at home. Also, the Pacers have no Tyrese Halliburton tonight. They played 3 games without Tyrese Halliburton this season. The first one, they lost 155 to 104. The second, they won 144 to 129. And the third, they lost 127 to 109. So my point is, 2 out of 3 times they didn't score crap without Tyrese Halliburton. He's in the engine on that offense. I think that this side is Wizards or pass. I don't love this spot, however, because it is the Wizards. But I just couldn't get there with Indiana. What do you think?
I'd much rather bet the first game we talked about than this one.
Okay, and I'd much rather bet this one, but I'm fine staying away from these. Let's get into some games that we like. Because you ready to be disgusted?
Sure.
The Sacramento Kings are -8. They're in Charlotte. They're taking on the Hornets. The total's 230.5. I want the Hornets.
I understand that. It's a good fatigue spot. But, again, I'm just going to revert to what I just said. Of the 2 teams that played in that back-to-back, I'd much rather fade Detroit.
Okay. Kings are 0-5 against the spread this year in back-to-backs. They've been absolutely terrible. The Hornets beat them as 16-point dogs straight up in Sacramento.
That's got to mean something, though.
What does it mean? That the Kings are not good?
I mean, maybe they want to get that win back after coming out flat after New Year's and losing that game.
I mean, okay, and I'm fine with you saying they're getting that win back. I'm fine leaving the +270 money line at home. But do you think they'll win by that type of margin? I love the +8 here.
I don't hate it, but it's just that I I don't want to back Charlotte. They got no Gordon Hayward. They got no PJ Washington. They got no Mark Williams. Cody Martin's probably not playing. LaMelo's still out. Brandon Ingram's the only thing they got.
Brandon Ingram's on New Orleans.
Or Brandon Miller. I got the Brandons mixed up.
Yeah, if they had Brandon Ingram, would you join me with the +8?
No.
Sacramento 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games. Sacramento 5-2 in their last 7 road games. Charlotte 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games at home against Sacramento, and they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 against Sacramento. All right, I really like the Hornets there. I don't think we'll find a consensus. Is there anything else you want to talk about that? I don't hate the Kings. I'm just not betting them on a back-to-back. They're 0-5 against the spread on a back-to-back.
No, I mean, that's it for me on that one.
Let's play the Kings at home and rested. Or actually, we can even play them on the road and rested. I just don't want to play them on the back-to-back. They've been absolutely terrible on back-to-back so far this year. Tyler, another line that seems absolutely off to me, but I don't think we can get involved, is this Minnesota Timberwolves traveling to face the Boston Celtics. The total here is 224. The reason this line is so much higher than what my projections are is because supposedly Minnesota didn't fly till sometime today. They've been stuck in Orlando. They beat Orlando last night, right? They looked pretty good in that game. Looking at some trends from this one, total's gone over in 6 of Minnesota's last 7 games on the road against Boston. Boston is, how many games have they won at home this year? I think 17. Are they 17-0 at home? So they haven't lost a home game straight up. But then again, we're talking about playing this against the spread. I think one of the concerns here is that Minnesota would just not play anybody at all. When I'm looking at the injury report, is anyone on it for Minnesota right now?
Gobert's questionable. Conley's already out. Porzingis is out on the other side.
Okay. What do you think of this one? At first, the 9.5 points kind of intrigued me. I was maybe there's an overreaction here, but I feel like I'm guessing, and we wouldn't really be making an educated play.
Yeah, I feel like you're kind of trying to guess it here. Like,
right?
9.5 seems like the right side, but with the added in late flights and everything, I don't think I could pull the trigger on that.
All right, I say we stay away from that game.
That's fine with me.
Philadelphia 76ers are -1. They're in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. The total here is 244. Tyler, I had this one right on the numbers. I had the Sixers winning by 1 on a 243. When we're looking at trends here, Philadelphia is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 against Atlanta. The total's gone over in 17 of Atlanta's last 20 home games. Yeah, and I had this projected straight up. Of course, Joel Embiid is out. If you guys didn't know that, that's why. So don't run and bet this yet if you weren't aware of that. Robert Covington also out. DeAnthony Melton is 50-50 to be in that starting lineup. Trae Young is probable. DeJounte Murray and Clint Capella are both game time decisions, as well as DeAndre Hunter being out for the Hawks team. It's another one I don't necessarily want to get involved with, Tyler.
New Philly or pass?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I couldn't pull the trigger on Atlanta, so Philly or pass for me.
All right, I see Jonathan Nelson in the chat. What's up, my guy? His comment is, how about them referees? Yeah, it was an impressive performance last night. The Oklahoma City Thunder are -4.5. They're in Miami. They're taking on the Heat. The total is 233. All right, I didn't memorize my projections on that one. I just noticed the other one because it came right on the number. Whenever it comes right on the number, it kind of sticks in your head. Okay, cool, no edge there. On this next game, Tyler, I had this game projected at a 7.5 point Thunder win. I don't actually mind that here. Miami's been terrible at home this season. Oklahoma City 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 trips to Miami. So that's even when they were bad. They were still covering here. Probably a little different, though, catching a bunch of points instead of laying them. So we'll see what we make of that trend. Total's gone over in 4 of Oklahoma City's last 5 games. Miami's 5-0 in their last 5 games against Oklahoma City. So it shows you that even though Oklahoma City was covering those spreads, they weren't winning the games outright. So now we're flipping the script there as the Thunder have to win by margin, although it's not a significant margin. Let me see. When I'm looking at this injury report here, Tyler, I know Jimmy Butler's still out. I mean, he's really taking this whole regular season, doesn't matter. He's probably the poster boy of it right now. Kyle Lowry is most likely not going to play. Caleb Martin most likely not to play. Josh Richardson probable. On the Thunder side, Davis Bertans is out. So most of the strong pieces for the Thunder there. Miami's pretty bad against the spread at home, Tyler. And, before this, they used to be a juggernaut at home. The last 2 years, they've been bad. I don't think I really noticed last year, but 6-10 ATS against the spread at home. And let me look up the Thunder real quick. The Thunder are, they're that good against the spread. 9-6-1 against the spread on the road. Thunder or pass, I could go either way.
I'd pull the trigger on the Thunder here if you wanted to.
Okay, why is that?
Much better team. Miami's beat up. I don't see where they have the advantages outside of Bam. They're not good at home. I guess pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm just worried that we're catching it late and the adjustment is correct by the market. And now that we're laying a couple extra points than we should be. But my projections have it by 6. So if you like it, projections like it, I'll pull the trigger if that's the way we're going. We'll round up all these plays up right at the end. I think that we've pretty clearly identified our cross-offs. And you're going to be annoyed. I'm going to probably ask about the Hornets one more time. But it seems like we have reached a consensus on the Thunder. Tyler, there's a game that I'm not really sure to make of. But, I always choose one game to watch every night and just kind of, it's fun to have the multi-screen up on YouTube TV, and especially Tyler, I got a pretty cool setup with the 2 TVs. I can go 8 games at once. But you don't really take much from that.
Yeah, there's just too much going on at that point.
It's fun. It gives you that sportsbook feel. Like if my buddies come over, we definitely do it. But as far as just trying to make me a better handicapper, I'm doing one game a night. And this is the game I'm going to choose. It's the Houston Rockets versus Chicago Bulls. Now, at first I felt the Rockets really lost a lot with Dylan Brooks being on the injury report, but I feel like they've kind of absorbed that loss now and they figure out how to play without him. Tari Eason also out, and some guy named, I don't even know what his name is, Oladipo. Who's that? Did he ever play basketball? Zach LaVine is probable for the team. Torrey Craig is out here. So Chicago's -4. I don't know if I want to lay 4 points with the Chicago Bulls, Tyler, but I also don't think I can take the Houston Rockets on the road. Now, just because I said it's the most interesting game of the night doesn't mean I'm going to be bet it. So they're getting a little better, 6-7-1 against the road. But where the Rockets have got most of their against the spread wins is their 14-6-1 home record. So this Rockets team, hey, maybe a little bit like the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe they're just great at home, not so good on the road. So that, of course, that's a concern. The Bulls 11-10 against the spread at home. A couple other trends in this game. The Houston's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games against Chicago. Houston's also 5-2 straight up in their last 7 visits to Chicago. I don't really know what to make of that, but hey, this Chicago team's pretty similar to what they've tried it out there the last 2 or 3 years, and Houston's better. What do you think of this one, Tyler?
I think Houston wins this game outright.
You like that one?
I'm not afraid of Chicago at all. In their last 10 games, they've beaten Charlotte twice. They beat Philly once when Embiid sat. They beat Atlanta by 5, and Atlanta sucks, and they beat the Lakers and the Spurs. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. You got losses to Cleveland, Indiana, Philly, New York. I'm not going to say Houston's up there with some of those teams, but I think they're close to a couple of those. So
And I'm going to pull up Houston's recent record. I think they were absolutely terrible on the road to start, and that if I sort by the last 5 instead of the whole season, I'm going to get better numbers on Houston on the road. Let me verify that though. What do you think of the way they match up? Seems like it should be a good night for my guy Şengün as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to feast against Vucevic.
All right. So I'm pulling up Houston's schedule right now. So their last road game was 2 nights ago against Miami. They lost by 7 and failed to cover. Okay. That's an interesting one, though. Miami's kind of similar to what they like to do, right? I know Udoka's from the Spurs tree, but they kind of have that same grit and grind style of basketball. Maybe that was just a bad matchup. Then before that, they had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game homestand where they actually didn't do too well. So maybe these numbers are kind of evening out. Before that, they had 1 trip. So they haven't been on the road in forever. All right, Tyler, if you want to get there with the Rockets, I will join you.
Yeah, I think they win the game.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take the points, though, Tyler.
That's fine.
All right. Seems like we like 2 road teams. Let's see how that goes in the National Basketball Association. The New Orleans Pelicans are -2. They're in Golden State. They're taking on the Warriors. The total is 234. All right. I think I have this projected as like a 1-point Pelicans win. Yeah, I have them winning 117 to 116. I'm pretty close to the total there as well. At least I'm getting close to the totals, Tyler. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Maybe we're getting dialed in finally here on these projections. That being said, the projections don't really help you pick a side there because neither of those numbers are significant enough edge to beat against the -110 big. New Orleans has won their last 5 road games. Golden State, however, you know how New Orleans always beats the Kings? The Warriors always beat the Pelicans. It's their 22-2 in their last 24 at home against New Orleans. So I guess maybe I'll throw that out. I didn't see at home. That goes back so far. It's going to be what, a 12-year trend? Yeah, throw that out. Golden State 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 at home against New Orleans. Yeah, I don't know about those trends. I don't really think they help us at all there, Tyler. Let's go for other ways to try and approach this game. Jose Alvarado, 50-50 probable or questionable. I mean, Zion Williamson also a game time decision. On the other side, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, and Gary Payton was going to be out. Tyler, didn't we call that Draymond Green thing right? They were just going to put him away, and now they have other stuff in the headlines, and they're just bringing it back quietly.
Yeah.
When it should have been like a 50-game suspension.
Yeah, but, I mean, the dude was going to cry and go home and take his ball, so you got to let him come back.
Yeah, I just think it's disappointing.
I just think it's stupid. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think it's the stupidest topic in sports right now is this Draymond Green thing.
What's the stupid topic about it? What are you talking
about? It's an ongoing thing of, the dude just attacks people on the court. Everyone wants to talk about it. The dude gets suspended, starts crying, and they're like, you can come back.
Okay, so we're on the same page. I thought we might get a nice little argument like we do on
I don't want to talk about that dude at all. It's a waste of time.
I wonder if he was in like Sacramento or Indiana, if he would. You don't think being in one of those big markets, Steph Curry is right? I mean, I get on the Lakers, but let's not act like these other big market teams don't have advantages too. Not like the Warriors haven't had their share of generous calls during the dynasty. I believe he was in New Orleans or Sacramento, and they would just do the right thing and suspend him 50 games. All right, regardless, are we going to bet this game? I don't necessarily want to.
No, I'd probably end up staying away from it. They've done well against the Pelicans, and the Pelicans' numbers look good recently, so I'd probably be on their side. They're 5-1 in their last 6 with a point differential of 16.8. They have the 8th ranked highest offense, scoring 124 points, and they have the best defense in this last 2-week span. They're giving up 6 points. You look at Golden State. Golden State has the 24th ranked point differential. They're losing games by 7 points. They're 2-4 in their last 6. They're scoring 119 points. They have the 10th ranked offense, but their defense ranks 29th. They're giving up 127 points.
So wait, the Pelicans are playing that well defensively right now?
Yes.
Oh. You got good arguments on both sides here then, huh?
I don't see an argument for Golden State.
That they just are an excellent team at home and they matched up well against the Pelicans at home in their history.
I mean, you got the trend-based history on this one, but like as the numbers over the last 2 weeks of playing basketball, everything says Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean,
last time they played, it took Steph dropping a 50 ball to get out of this win. This team sucks. They're not good.
I mean, if you want to play the Pelicans, I don't hate it. I just have no feel for the Pelicans.
I'm not pulling the trigger on it yet, but maybe later on.
Does Zion and Alvarado matter to you at all?
Zion does.
You don't think Alvarado
Zion
helps,
does,
especially
sure.
if you're trying to shut down Steph and keep him from going to 50 again?
What was that?
If I want to keep Steph from going for 50, I think Alvarado probably is going to help me out, right?
He's going to help out some, but I feel like you got other guys that can still guard him. Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. Like you got length on the defensive end that could slow him down.
Yeah. All right. I'm fine if you want to jump in on the Pelicans. Excuse me. And I'm fine if we want to just leave that one off. Are you
I'm not making a
ready?
decision on it right now.
What's up?
I'm not making a decision on it like right now.
Are you ready to be disgusted, Tyler? See where we are on this card? Can you think about what disgustingness I'm about to hit you with?
You're going to want to bet the Jazz after you wanted to bet the Hornets.
How did you know, buddy? The Utah Jazz are +7 at home against the Denver Nuggets. The total is 237.5. Tyler, I got a nice little edge here. I only have this as a 3-point Nuggets win. Tyler, I'm going to pull up these against the spread standings. Look at the Jazz. Oh, let's sort by home. Oh, right. I can bet the best team at home against the spread. That's right. Jazz 12-4 on the year at home against the spread. And a lot of times it's because they're catching points against teams that may not be necessarily motivated to win by margin. A lot of these guys just want to get out with the win and then fly out because there's nothing to do in Salt Lake City. The Nuggets are only 7-12 against the spread on the road, Tyler. So I have one of the best home teams against a below average road team when we're talking about betting against the number. A couple trends from this game. Denver is 5-0 in their last 5 road games, though. So, hey, you can throw that one in my face. The total's gone under in 5 of the last 6 times these two teams have played. I think that helps my argument for taking the points because we know if a game has less points, then it's way more likely to go under. I mean, for the dog to cover. Finally, Tyler, Utah's won their last 5 home games against Denver. Let's go. Give me the Jazz. Are you ready to join in?
There ain't
Should I turn some music, my YouTube music on?
No, you're on your own. I am not betting the Jazz tonight. If it was double digits, maybe, but I am not. No, I am not taking 7 points against a healthy Nuggets team.
Oh my gosh.
Nope. You can be on your own.
Here I go again.
You can cash that ticket on your own, but I am not. No, I'm not getting in front of that freight train.
Yeah. Clyde's asked me if I talked about the Roman Reigns match yet. Yeah, I hit that at the top of the show. It was quick though, Clyde. I mean, it's just,
if you force me to bet one of those ugly games, I would much rather just fade the Kings because I know that they're not actually a title contender than try and maybe think that Denver's going to take this game off and not win it by double digits.
Okay. We're going to be opposite. I got 2 bets I'm making on my own with no help from my guy, Tyler. Tyler, I'm the one with the cats. Why do you hate my dogs today? I thought you were a dog person, Tyler.
By the looks of it, Spread, you're taking the ankle biters that are barking at the pit bulls.
Yeah, let's do it. Bro, I saw a video of Reddit of cats like chasing bears off. It's wild how crazy some of them are. All right, the Toronto Raptors are plus 10.5. They're in LA. They're taking on the Clippers. All right, we're gonna go back to this game. Tyler, did you see the rant? I mean, it was an all-timer. Bobby Heenan would be proud. I mean, that's
Yeah,
how you got a promo after a match.
he was not happy.
How do you think that affects tonight's game?
I mean, I was probably already on the Clippers, but I don't think it forces me like back.
I don't understand how 10.5 is the right number.
I mean,
well, I guess I have it by 12, so I guess I should understand.
They played a hard-fought game last night. They played a ton of minutes. They had the game ripped away from them. Now they're playing a much better team who's rested, has the rest advantage. If Kawhi plays, he's got fresh legs because he didn't play their last game. So I think the Clippers smash.
Yeah, he played in their last game. He played the last game
Sure,
against the Lakers, right? He played against the Lakers.
That's where they played another game after that.
I don't think so. That Lakers game was Sunday night. Maybe they did play another game. You're right. Excuse me.
They played Phoenix. They played Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He didn't play in that game and they won by that much?
No, he didn't play.
Oh, right. Okay, well, we're not getting involved here. I'm not laying 10.5 with the Clippers. Not going off what happened last night.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they win the game. 10 might be a little bit too much.
You think they'll get every freaking call?
No.
Do you think it'd be worse? Do you remember last year when Fred VanVleet talked about that very same ref? He didn't get a call for like 2 weeks.
I could see that happening. They just send James Harden to the free throw line all night.
The only difference is VanVleet specifically called out a ref by name, whereas this was just more your general rant, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, he said, we won't even show up if they're going to get all the calls.
Which one was better, that one or take one for data? Take that for data.
I don't know what you're talking about with the second one.
The Memphis Grizzlies coach, the old one, it's not the guy that's there right now.
I got nothing.
I was during a playoff series, and he just listed off all these things, and he goes, take that for data. He listed off all these, free throw inequities. Gosh, how can I not remember his name now? Chat, you guys got to get with me. I think he's actually a Knicks assistant right now. Who is the guy that said take that for data?
David. No, it's not Bickerstaff.
No, it wasn't Bickerstaff.
I got the dude's face in my head.
I know, same here. Chat, help us out. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. I guess this is your generation too. I can understand if I was bringing up some Don Shula quote or the Newt Rockney that no one knew about.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's not David Griffin. Is it not Tisdale? Fitzdale. Is it Fitzdale?
I think it is David Fizdale.
Fizdale. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, David Fizdale was 2016 to 2017, then JB Bickerstaff, and then now Taylor Jenkins.
No, it was Fizdale that did it.
Yeah. Fizdale.
Am I right? Is he on the Knicks staff right now?
He was. I don't know if he is still there. He's an assistant coach on the Suns.
Oh, with Vogel.
Yep.
I almost want to just slander the Suns again, but I feel we did a good job of doing that yesterday. All right, Tyler, let's go through this card and see where we're going to land. So, are we going to do the Pacers?
No.
I mean, not the Pacers. I'm sorry. The Thunder.
I think we should.
I'm up. I just reopened it. I relogged in, so it's not going to log me out when I try to. It's not going to not accept the bets. Okay, so here's my solo play. So I'm Han Solo here by taking the Hornets +8. You're not going to join me, right?
I may join you on that one. There ain't a chance I'm joining you on the Jazz. That's the hype.
You up in 2 dogs? I actually like the Jazz better.
I mean, if we're gonna make it of the dogs, I'm taking Houston over both of them. But if it's those two, I'm taking the Hornets.
All right, we're taking the Thunder, the Rockets, and I'm solo again on the Jazz. Right?
Yeah, I ain't betting the Jazz.
Okay. Oh, why is the line moving against me in Charlotte? Let me put that one in right now. Okay. What else did we consider? Spurs Pistons were fine, not playing that game at all, right?
I kind of want to take the Spurs because if there was ever a spot where it's like, all right, like we just got to get a win for Victor's frustrating, it's got to be right here. Detroit's off a back-to-back. They played a decent game last night. They got to be tired.
I mean, to quote you, though, aren't we going to be looking at halftime go, why did we bet this effing game? Why did we bet these teams?
I think there's like 4 games on the board that could look like that.
Yeah, I think we should not bet them.
You're already betting 2 of them.
No, because I think that those games are the Pacers Wizards, the Timberwolves Celtics, and the Raptors Clippers. Those are the 4 games that suck.
I'll probably end up on the Spurs since Cade's still out, but we don't got to make it official.
If you make it official, I'll bet it.
And they got to get a win eventually.
I mean, the Pistons have to win eventually, too.
Not without their best player.
Miami took a little bit of money. It's down to 4 while we were talking.
It's still 4 now. It hasn't budged on FanDuel.
I was at 4.5 when I put the numbers in about an hour ago. Did something change on the injury report? I'm gonna refresh it. I don't think a half point is an injury mood though.
All the guys that were already expected to be out got rolled out. Lowry, Caleb Martin.
Oh, that's what changed. Then why did they catch a half point?
I feel like
maybe Josh Rich. No, that can't even matter. That has to be just a market move.
I feel like the book just makes numbers move on the screen to get your attention.
You think the bookmaker does that to me?
Yeah, because every time it moves, nothing ever happens. Whenever something significant happens, they rip the game off the board.
You know what else they do? They'll take my $500 bet and then they'll reset it with 1 cent move.
Yeah, and then you'll bet it again, huh?
No, it'll just go 1 cent. So let's say I bet like Oklahoma City -4 and -108. Then they'll just then I can rebet it at 109. And it's not like I'm even close to the max. It's just funny how they do that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh shit, stuff is moving around. God damn it, the Jazz just lost a half a point. Houston Rockets just gained a half a point.
Again, nothing's moved on FanDuel or DraftKings.
Yeah, bro, we're doing it offshore. Should I wait for the Jazz? You think that bounces back?
I don't think you should place that bet in the first place.
Okay, just humor me here. All right, we're doing the Thunder right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're doing the Rockets right now?
Yes.
Okay. You're not joining me on the Jazz. All right, and the only other one we were really considering is maybe the Sixers. We got a shitload of road teams. The Sixers or the Pelicans. Of those two, I like you can make good arguments for both. The Sixers argument is we're just betting against Atlanta. We don't even need to look who's on the other side. And what are you talking about, Clyde? What demons are in my head, Clyde? Unbelievable.
Playing the jazz music.
I will put that jazz. If it wasn't Kate's YouTube channel, we'd be.
It was more of a joke as the Utah Jazz, not your actual jazz music.
But why is he talking? I have demons in my head today. Okay. And the Pelicans, you made a great argument for the Pelicans, Tyler.
So worry that Steph can just go nuclear. You did it before.
Your answer is LMFAO. All right. So are we just leaving these? Well, you only have 2 of them. All right. Thunder and Rockets are official.
That's fine with me.
Put those on the sheet. And then what else do you like? Nuggets game. What do we? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I had it at 231, Clyde. 232. have no answer for you. Okay, great. All right, Tyler. Our best bets are Thunder and Rockets. We might add Hornets and Spurs, and maybe Pelicans, and maybe Sixers. So check the sheet, and we'll be back tomorrow, right, Tyler? We're going to do some NFL, and then we'll do this one at 4:30 Eastern.
Yep.
So, and by the time we're on tomorrow, Tyler, there'll be a game that's finishing up. Did you realize that? There's a game in Paris tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be sleeping while that's on.
You might be up. It starts at 2 your time. But just to give everyone a heads up, I'm probably not going to run projections. And I'm not going to bet that game. It's just too weird. Did you care about it at all, Tyler? I could if you want me to tonight, but
I didn't even know they were playing a game in Paris.
It's the Cavaliers and the
Nets. It looks like. Yeah, no chance I'm betting that game.
Yes. Okay. So guys, we're gonna ignore that game tomorrow. We'll be on at 1:30 and we'll just discuss the 4-game night slate. Anything else on the National Basketball Association and Adam Silver, who Vince McMahon would whoop his ass? I just want, even at 78. Any thoughts on the NBA?
I think that's pretty much it. Lock in the bets we made tonight and let's make some money.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Nuke the house.